Hey everyone, just wanted to give a huge thank you to all of you who've subscribed and supported Sterling Short Stories. Your encouragement means the world to me. I'm also excited to share that I've started learning animation, so I can bring you even better and more engaging content. It has been a journey, and I'm glad it's been with each and every one of you. So stay tuned. The stories are just getting started. Thanks again, and enjoy the story. My name's Greg, and the story I'm about to tell you will make you think twice about taking the night shift. I did once, and it almost cost me my life. The bills were stacking too fast, and I needed a better job. My local fast food restaurant wasn't cutting it, and for the little money and the disrespect you receive from the customers, it wasn't worth it. I used to work at a construction company as a high-paying engineer. Well, one of my mistakes cost a man his life. After that, nobody would hire me nationwide. And I don't blame them. You see, my drinking has always been a problem, causing me to make careless mistakes. And let's just say the night before I was hammered, and the next morning wasn't any better. I woke up disorientated and still drunk from the night before. I was in an alley, cluttered with trash and broken beer bottles. I had dried vomit on my shirt. I'm pretty sure it was the raw men that I had earlier that day. I stumbled to my car and headed straight to work. But the things got much worse before they got better. Soon after I lost my job, my wife left with the kids, so I was desperate for cash. I'd take anything at this point. It was almost like faith. One morning on my way into work, I was tired. I didn't sleep well that night, because I knew I needed a better job with more money, but I didn't know where to look. So when I saw the ad for a night security position at a place just listed as Facility 51, I didn't think twice. They offered double the usual rate, no experience needed. That should have been a red flag, but I didn't care. When I showed up on my first night, the place looked like an old, forgotten warehouse on the outskirts of town. A high chain-link fence topped with barbed wire surrounded it, and the air had a strange, metallic scent. I met the day shift guard. He was an old man, and he couldn't get out the parking lot fast enough. He tossed a few half-formed words my way, more sound than meaning, then drifted off like a passing thought.
Are you Greg?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, welcome, Greg. I'm going to make this quick, so listen up. Enter through the front entrance. Go through the security check and head left. Log in on the monitor in the security room. Here is the key card. Don't lose it.
Anything else I should know?
I don't care. I have to get to bingo. Tonight's prize is a toaster. And you bet your sweet ass I'm not missing out.
That was about helpful as a parachute full of bricks.
Oh, and Greg, whatever you do, don't leave the security room unless you really have to. And let's hope you don't have to.
Thanks for nothing, old man.
That toaster is as good as mine. Mildred, you won't beat me tonight, you old wench.
The security room was small and cluttered, with a few monitors hooked up to grainy cameras. There was a single desk, an old rolling chair, and a stale sandwich left behind by the previous guy. I logged in, glancing at the screens. Most showed empty corridors. One focused on the front gate, and another on a loading dock. That's when I saw it. The first truck of the night pulling in, loaded with giant yellow barrels. They were marked with hazard symbols, and glowed faintly even under the dim lights. I couldn't help but be curious. After all, why would a supposed warehouse be moving glowing barrels at midnight? I rationalized that it wasn't my business. I was just there to watch the monitors. But as the night went on, more trucks arrived, each carrying the same barrels. Workers in hazmat suits moved them inside. I wondered what was in those containers, but every time I tried to search the internet for anything related to the facility, the Wi-Fi cut out. I needed answers. The facility seemed mostly empty. Bare walls, flickering fluorescent lights, and the constant hum of machinery from the lower levels. Once, I could have swore I saw a figure in a yellow suit, standing at the end of the hall, waiting and watching me. But when I blinked, they were gone. Around 3 a.m., I heard it. A loud clang from the loading dock. I flipped to the camera feed and saw one of the barrels had tipped over. A thick, green liquid seeped out, eating into the concrete floor. One of the workers tried to contain it, but the suit started to sizzle, and he collapsed, twitching. The ooze sizzled his skin like bacon as he convulsed on the floor. Not long after, a black SUV pulled up and dragged him away, and soon after, a cleanup crew appeared. Men in black uniforms, their faces obscured by masks. Something about the whole scene made my stomach churn. I couldn't leave my post, but I couldn't sit still either. I decided to sneak a closer look, slipping out to the loading dock. The air was thick, and the faint glow from the leaking barrel was almost mesmerizing. I didn't know that that was just the beginning of my nightmare. I looked around, but I didn't see much, so I began to head back to the security room. Then, I heard something. A low, guttural growl. I spun around, but the dock was empty. Before I could get back to the security room, I saw movement from the shadows, something crawling on the ceiling, limbs too long and bent at odd angles. It looked at me with glowing eyes, then skittered away, leaving faint burn marks on the metal beams. I rushed back. I ran as fast as I could. I heard the creature behind me every step of the way. It dripped, that green ooze, all over the factory. Anything it came into contact with deteriorated immediately, and I knew I couldn't let it catch me if I wanted to live. I finally reached the security room. My hands shook as I reviewed the camera feed again, but the creature didn't appear. Instead, I saw men in suits pulling the barrel away, ignoring the scorch marks. By the end of the shift, I knew I couldn't come back. Whatever they were shipping in and out wasn't just radioactive, it was alive. I left my badge and walked out at dawn, grateful to see the sunlight. As I drove away, I saw a truck pass me on the road, more barrels stacked high, glowing faintly. I couldn't help but wonder if anyone else knew what was going on in that place, or if they'd live to tell about it. I know one thing, I will never return to Facility 51. And he shouldn't go either. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Sterling Short Stories on YouTube, but only if you dare.